So is Iron Man not making weapons just a little bit hypocritical? Yeah, pretty much.
And I can be Superman for you. I'll sweep you off your feet, and a princess you can be.
Hi, I'm Normal Guy, and this is Normal Guy vs. the World. If you've consumed any Iron Man media for the past 5 years, you know that Tony Stark used to make weapons for the military. But now he doesn't anymore because he discovered that making weapons for the military is evil. Nice touch, Jarvis.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, this is an important part of Iron Man's modern origin. However, this wasn't always the case. For the first 10 years of Iron Man comics, Iron Man made weapons for the military, and it was considered a good thing. It wasn't until the 1970s that writers started to introduce moral ambiguity into that, and then eventually made it a bad thing. My question in all of this is, why? I mean, we all want to have a military, and for a military, you need weapons. And preferably weapons that are better than the other guy's weapons, so that you don't end up like all the places that Nazi Germany and Soviet Union took over that didn't have as good weapons as them. This is something that's been bugging me for a while, and I've talked to different, Iron Man fans and writers, and I haven't really came up with a satisfying answer. Most of the time, they don't really give an answer, they just go, weapons, military, evil. What they usually describe is that if good guys make weapons, then the bad guys will eventually get those weapons and use them to hurt people. As opposed to what they do if we don't make weapons. They will also get weapons and also use them to hurt people. I mean, I wish the American Indians had their own Tony Stark who could have invented weapons that could have kept us from killing them all. A better argument that's been made has been that people who make weapons for the government are basically on the government dole, and that creates a big system of corruption. And that's a good argument, but you could just have, as I was discussing with another Iron Man fan, have Tony Stark make weapons for the military and also make other stuff. It doesn't have to be that, well, the industry has a tendency towards corruption and therefore Tony Stark shouldn't be a part of it. No, you just make him a good part of it. I mean, just like, you don't make Daredevil stop being a lawyer because lawyers have a tendency towards stuff we don't like. This logic that if good guys stop making weapons, bad guys would also stop making weapons and there would be no more problems, was brought to an absurdity in the Iron Man anime series. That if you watch it, just, it's kind of hilarious to watch. Iron Man looks to become something like a hypocrite because he's being all this stuff in Iron Man and blowing stuff up, and then he's saying, but I'm not going to make weapons anymore. And of course, we all look like hypocrites because we're enjoying him blowing stuff up and then saying, but weapons are evil. There was even a line where he said, the Iron Man armor is neither good nor evil, it just depends on the person who's piloting it. Really? You sure you don't want to become spokesman for the NRA? This subject matter was really dealt with well in the Iron Man and the Armor Wars miniseries, where Tony Stark decided to stop making weapons anymore and only make peaceful things, but then the bad guys just stole his peaceful things and turned them into weapons. So he decided to start making weapons again, but only make weapons that would, had better targeting systems to get rid of collateral damage. I recommend checking that out. Anyway, I'm opening this up to all of you. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy, maybe there's another reason why making weapons for the military is evil, and I just don't know it, and it makes the sense in the Iron Man world, besides the fact that we just don't want there to be an army of Iron Men, because if there were, then wouldn't have the Iron Man being, cool, single Iron Man. But anyway, talk to me in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to shamelessly blow stuff up with my Iron Man gauntlets. Hey, if you liked this episode, be sure to comment and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you like this kind of in-depth exploration of superheroes that I'm doing.
Good job calming people's fear of weapons, sir.
Your voiceover, Jarvis. You don't get to be stuck.